What up, Wheat Field? What up, y'all? Wheat, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, hey, welcome to you too. This is your girl Lottie here at Tears and Wheat Tarot Show, where you show enough, never know what you're gonna get. Per usual, we are listening to the smooth jazz sounds of Brian Simpson. We do not own the rights of any music you hear in the background, beloved. We just don't. It helps us channel. Y'all know how it go. What up, y'all? Sweet, what it do? Welcome back to the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. If you're new, again, one more time, welcome to you too. Hope you stay. Don't click off. Don't click off. We're gonna get to the reading now. Sure, y'all know how it go. It can start slow, like that old school Crisco. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it out the can, and we got to put it in the pan. And the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, they come in and turn the heat up. We get to cooking. What we cooking, we don't know what. We don't. But we know it's going to be something good. Good, something edifying for the soul, beloved. We need to get some lip gloss because we feeling, y'all know, a little Malikio-ish, a little dry. A little gloss. Yes. Hope you guys have had a magnificent Monday. Today is Monday, March the 18th, 2024, beloved. And, yeah, Monday grind, so we are having a glass of wine. So if you want to get your sip, get a nip, whatever you need to get it, because we definitely gonna have a little sip to the Alpha and to the Omega, who brings the message. I'm feeling something. Now, I already got a little couple of ingredients, about two. How they gonna come together, how they gonna be good for me, for you, I don't know, but we trust, we got faith. Because whatever the Most High God do is done with purpose, I say. It is. It is to grow us. It is to strengthen us. It is to make us, strong so we can bear this yoke that's on our shoulders. You know what I mean? Because each one of us carry it. We all got a calling and we all have a decree. And I pray unto thee that your spiritual tools be replenished, beloved, on this day. You may not have asked for it, but I'm going to pray for you anyway. Intercessor, interceding type of energy, a prayer unto you from thee. Spiritual tools replenished, restoration, beloved. And I feel it's coming in soon. And until it get here, stand on business. Stand on business. That's a part of the message. Standing on business. Respect my gangster. That's what I'm feeling. I was watching one of my other girls, Michelle from Life Mantra Tarot, and it was funny because she mentioned that, and it was like the 9 of Wands energy, the wounded healer. So I'm wondering, I'm curious if it's going to represent itself. I'm feeling gatekeeper, like you keeping the gates, you are standing your ground, beloved Ashe. And I felt like somebody standing on business. Like I felt it. I was like, she was reading. I even got my, I don't know how they really do, like cryptic. Like, I was feeling like my gangster coming out, like I wanted to throw some signs up or something, like standing on business, like respect my gangster. So if you have put in some boundaries with a person, like they trying to come in, they trying to push you, they trying to make you go fast and make a decision that you just need to take some time to consider, they gonna have to hold on and watch. I mean, otherwise just stand on business and be like, the answer is no. If you don't want me to think about it and really weigh the pros and cons of this here thing and how it's gonna work out for thee, I say, like, what is the equilibrium? What is the equivalent of the giving and the receiving? If you don't want me to think about all that and you want me to run off emotion, the answer gonna be no, beloved, and stand on business. And they just gonna have to respect your gangster when you say it. I'm just saying, let's take a sip. Take a sip to standing on business, Ashe. Spirit says, stand on business. Take a nice long sip of that. And thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega that brings the message. You know what I'm saying? Like the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. The eternal Lord of all creation that made all of us, the only begotten. I'm just saying. That's an amazing thing. His word goes forward, and everything is made by the word, and the breath of life moves the word like that. Holy chi, the life force, the energy, like that energizes us, that fuels us, that animates the God body. Without that, we couldn't do a fuck shit thing. We could not. Be your own guide. Be your own guide. Anything else? Allow your spirit to guide the way. Like, like your gut feeling says, I'm not doing it, then don't do it. It's a no, a holy hell no, unless it's a holy hell yes. If your spirit ain't with it and it's like an intrepidation, some hesitation, and you got to go through all of this, with the guessing game and, no, it's a no. You rushing me. It's a no. It's a no. You don't want to give me the time and space to make sure that it's good for self. It's a no. It's a no. My spirit guides will tell me, you know what I mean? My spirit guides guide us. Yes, it does. Highest self, the Alpha and Omega, all of the ancestors, ascended ancestors and ascended masters, the Legion, my angel team. Trust that. Somebody may not be trusting, though. You might have a sense of mistrust. Overworking is here. And I don't know if it's your thoughts overworking. I hear rumination, like you might be going around and around and around in your head about something. Like overthinking is what I'm feeling. And overthinking, we see, do you want this? Wisdom. Invoke wisdom. See, you may need to ask for the spirit of truth, the spirit of wisdom to come in and to guide you, to give you the answers to what it is that you seek. And I'm saying answers, and I thought about empowering questions. Let's ask ourselves a question. I felt it. How or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? I'm feeling hermit energy. How or in what way do I experience myself when I'm alone? And it's just so funny that that alone card and hermit energy is sitting right here on one of the light seers deck. It's like when you alone, how do you experience yourself? Do you feel lonely? Do you feel like you are able to hear yourself? Do you feel complete? Or do you feel like you're missing something? A little pop of color, maybe. Make it interesting. Are you good with you? Do you feel full? Do you feel whole? Do you feel complete? Do you feel like there's something missing? You might. Success, recognition. Recognize. Why do you feel like something's missing? Recognize how do you experience yourself. Recognize whether or not you are allowing your highest self to be a guide onto you. Recognize whether you're ruminating and overthinking. Recognize why do you have a sense of mistrust, beloved. Why is there a sense of mistrust? We thank the Most High God for guiding us, for protecting us from any energy that would come against us to cause chaos or confusion. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in them. I said them, the card says him. I say them because I recognize the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. Do you know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom has received from God? You are not your own. And see, I felt like that, thought that when we said, the Spirit of the Most High God, the breath of life, the holy life force, the holy chi. There isn't anything we can do without that. It animates the God body. And why is that so important? Of course, it's important because we wouldn't be able to operate the way that we operate. We wouldn't experience the manifestation. How do you experience yourself when you're alone? We experience the world collectively, but also very intimately alone. Nobody has your own perspective. Nobody has your point of view. You can come into agreement with others and say, oh, I see it like that too. But still, the way that you see things, the way that you experience things are very unique and specific onto you, particularly, right? And the way that our eyes work, these two, they pick up light. These pick up sound waves, and we discern it as language. We discern this as vision. We make it up in our mind. How do we smell things? How do we taste it? How do we feel sensation, right? Our emotions, our spiritual vision, the third eye, our intuition, that gut feeling. It's all very different, and it's very specific onto each of us. And we feel that intimately alone, beloved. Again, other people can come into agreement. Oh, I see it the same way. But do they really? No. It's very unique. It's nuanceical. We all have slight differences and variations in how we experience life and how you experience it when you are alone is very important. Again, do you feel alone? Or do you recognize the fact that you are surrounded? For one, you are a pixel, a piece of the Most High God, beloved, that you could never be alone. Because the Most High God itself pixelated throughout creation in every variation, like immensely diverse. The same as each of the cells of your body. Billions and billions or trillions, how many cells you have, and each of them are diverse. I mean, groups and clumps, heart cells, liver cells, lymphatic cells, immune cells, central nervous system, all of these systems that are composed of cells, individualized little bitty pieces, and inside of them there is more, beloved. So we can look at self like that, like a cell, that has a specific function. Sometimes it can feel like it's alone, but it's not. It's connected to a greater body of things. And how does it read things specifically? Because it could only take one cell to read something or have an error in it before it causes dis-ease or disruption to the whole system. So do you consider yourself in harmony? Do you consider yourself in unison? Do you feel like you are ostracized and isolated? How are you vibrating in terms of your resonance? Do you, again, feel like you don't belong? Is it rumination? Are you overworking in the mind? Your thoughts, thinking thoughts, and those thoughts have just run amok? Or are you mistrustful of everything around you, your environment, of others? What is your experience? Can you allow your inner self, your highest self, the intelligence of the Most High God to come onto you to guide you? Can you trust the intelligence of you? To feel like you cannot trust you to guide you, to lead you to the next day or to your next plateau is oxymoronic. Your body does it without even thinking, right? Like there's no conscious, focused awareness on how your cells are replicating, that the DNA is rewriting itself, that it is creating within itself all day long. And it does it with a supreme level of intelligence that you don't even need to focus on. So what would happen if you allow the intelligence that works within your body, that controls the cosmos and everything in creation, beloved, to guide you specifically, to tap into it? Meditation and tapping in and coming to alignment, getting your thoughts under control, calming them down, slowing them down, detaching yourself from them, become an observer and not always an overworker. Gems. Hope y'all getting it. Stand on business. This one. Turquoise, happiness. And I felt like it was pulling in reverse. I'm not for sure because I definitely, Spirit is putting in reverse. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Ashe. We just pretty much said that. When you're in harmony. And you are not in harmony when you're overworking, when you're overthinking. And you could be, I'm hearing overthinking about possibilities, right? And if you're overthinking about possibilities, that means that you are somewhere else in time than where you should be, which is here in the present. Topaz, blindness. Blindness. There is none so blind as to those who will not listen. Listen to who? Your highest self, that gut feeling that's telling you to stand on business. Spirit say stand on business. Anything else in here? Any other energy? Nope. Stand on business. Let the spirit guide you. This one. I hear respect my gangster. Like maybe somebody needs to pull up that gangster spirit. You know what I mean? When your gut tells you to do something, you stand on it and that's it. Like you so good with yourself that you don't care if somebody else, I mean, of course all of us want connectivity, but you don't want to be around just anybody. I mean, who wants to sit around the wrong person? Think about it. Like somebody that don't care nothing about you, they don't see your worth. Because if they did see your worth and recognize it, then they wouldn't be pushing up against your boundaries, Ashe. They will respect your boundaries. And when you stand on your own boundaries and you stand on business and have them respect your gangster week, then you would see how they really care about you. Or sometimes people be too concerned about being alone to stand on business, to stand their own ground. Investment is here. Are you too invested in other people and you are concerned about what they think? Or the fact that you are rooted to something else, beloved. You are rooted to the Most High God. You know, tears in the week. We sold in. You know, and sometimes you can't see what the other person is bringing because they're reflecting a mirror image of self. You know, I feel like not only am I seeing the word meditate, to connect, to breathe, to allow your spirit to talk to you so that you can listen and you can hear, you can be obedient. It'll help you trust yourself, trust the spirit, you know. Understand that you are tethered, you are rooted. There's nothing that could disconnect you from the Most High God, beloved. You are a pixel, a piece of the Most High God itself, made in His image. Yes, we are diverse, but we are still made from the same source, from the same creator. However you choose to connect to it, however you choose to call and claim it, it is still that which made all things. For every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that the Most High God is the Most High God, and we are all made with purpose. All of us. Somebody might be confused, which is interrupting their ability to trust. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in the one that created you. Absolutely. Are you confused about that? Some could be. With all these different doctrines, it's like, which one is what and what should I call on? And yeah, independent, self-sufficient. But I feel that each of us have our own independent relationship and is not tethered to anything else. It's because that you are a pixel, a piece of the Most High God, and there's a road back to home for each and every one of us. Again, confusion, I feel mental conflict. Everybody's saying this and everybody's saying that. But how do you connect when you are alone, beloved? That hermit energy. When you go inside, can you feel your spirit talking to you? Do you trust what you are hearing from the inside of you? Death and renewal, rebirth. We see Queen of Pentacles here. So somebody could definitely be confused on how you're so independent and self-sufficient. You could have a lot of rumors and people talking about you. You could. You know, this could be definitely tear energy that we're picking up on. And you could be the person that's saying, respect my gangster. Like, you could be definitely gracious and giving. But at the same time, you have to have discernment and know who to give to. Somebody is feeling a little discontent. They are feeling unsatisfied, unfulfilled with their options. What has happened with these other 3 cups that have been presented? We see this Queen of Pentacles energy on their way to building 10 Pentacles, a legacy. And again, having people to respect your boundaries, because there will be those who come against you to lie, wait, and deceit, who will lie and strategize and scheme against you, you know, to steal from you, even come against you to destroy you. So are you trusting your gut feeling? No. Are you letting people in close to you that you shouldn't be? Could be. You know, you could be rooted and connected to these people. Like, you could be, they could be a part of your network. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel, you know, that the spirit is here asking you to tap in, to breathe, to meditate. I believe that they will show you who is for you and who's not. Like, who to put a boundary in with, and to trust that, to stand on your business. And it's something about that sentiment. Maybe you feel like you'll be locking people out when you already feel a little bit isolated. Maybe, yeah, isolated. You are healing. You know, maybe you feel like you are doing this alone. Maybe, maybe the Most High God is isolating you so that you can develop into this Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles person. Like a person who can, yeah. See, the Most High God could be separating you in order to develop you. It's mixing up something. It's brewing up something. And oftentimes when we are being developed, the Most High God will isolate us. It will pull us away from those who cause confusion and chaos. Those who shouldn't be trusted, you know, those who break boundaries. And we see those tower moments happen. Divine intervention. See, it could be somebody in your family, you know, where you need to be pulled away from. Your fancy, something, anxiety. You could be concerned that, you know, this family situation has fallen apart, you know, having to trust the spirit, and for some reason you're not trusting. And the advice is for you to be your own guide, to trust your highest self, to clear rumination, the overthinking of your thoughts, to come into harmony, because it's definitely impacting your happiness. See? Impacting your happiness. 5 of Cups. Somebody that is watching everything flow down the drain. Like your cups are spilled over. You know, I see these 3 cups that's sitting on top of this crack. This crack is giving me tower energy. Something happened. All of the cups are sitting on a crack. You know, these could be multiple tower moments. At least 3 different things that really happen that rock your foundation. But there is a gift in all of this. You see that 1? I feel like that's the magician. Like, it's work. Something that's being worked up behind the scenes and you don't know what it is. I feel like this is false foundation being brought down so that you can be developed into your highest self. I'm feeling that the Most High God is teaching you how to stand your ground, especially with people, others who may cause chaos and confusion. You may have sold into the wrong thing. You may be attached to others who are deceitful, who are lying, who are leaving you unfulfilled and anxious, sleepless nights, putting you in some sort of position where you need to be healed. And the Most High God will snatch you away. I'm feeling somebody being pulled out and set, almost like in a playpen, like you've been isolated for a reason. To develop you, see? To develop you. You've been isolated for a reason. This is an opportunity for you to develop so that you can boss up, maybe even free yourself from expectations. Maybe it's a past image of you. How do you experience yourself when you're alone? Can you come to wholeness, feeling complete when you are alone? Or do you need somebody around you to make you feel complete, to fill in the gaps and the spaces, the things that you should be doing for self? See, that's that Knight of Wands. That's that stand on business energy. Can you stand on your own? How do you experience yourself when you're alone? Can you stand on business knowing that you are whole, you are complete, there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing? Like you good all by myself. Like you good all by yourself. And see, I'm hearing two things. I'm good all by myself. And I'm hearing I'm a movement by myself, but you make me better, right? It's a difference in that from you needing someone to make you better or being a whole movement by yourself. And to the Most High God, you are tethered, right? That is what we submit to. The Most High God, the calling that has been placed upon you. You can stand on your own because you are independent. You are self-sufficient. I would even say you are independent and self-sufficient with the understanding of how to be interdependent, right? Because we know that cells in the body, they depend on one another, right? But it's not like they don't independently function on their own to perform their purpose. That's a thing. But we're talking about symbiotic relationships where there's harmony, happiness, ease, not dis-ease. See, secrets revealed, High Priestess. It was revealing something onto you. What? This tower moment. Like I said, multiple, see, look, I see at least three main ones. 1, 2 coming from one main strike, and here's another one. That's at least 3 strikes. Death, rebirth, renewal. You becoming a new person. We see the Chariot moving you forward so that you can heal. Taking you away from places where you shouldn't be, away from those connections, reconnecting you to the Most High God so that you could heal, so that you could be developed, having an opportunity for development. We just hit the board with Tower, 1, Death and Rebirth, 2, High Priestess, 3, the Chariot, 4, the Star, 5, and it kicked off with the Empress, which is 6. That is 6 major arcanas. Somebody been through some major itch, but you were protected in a bubble. Maybe it was teaching you how to increase your frequency, how to increase your resonance, how to increase your own protection out of self, allowing yourself to be the guide. Coming into balance, it increases your electromagnetic field, which protects you. It repels what does not align to you, and it attracts everything that does. That's that Empress energy. Wish fulfillment, 2 of Cups. Things coming together to what? Look, fear on the other end. Whatever codependency was strong, that was tethering you, that was making you feel like you needed to be attached to somebody, some sort of relationship, or something in you that wasn't whole, beloved. Something that you had a fear of, something that you was attached to. It's an attachment being released, something that you were courted to. It could be a person, it could be a thing. Right? It could be your own rumination and your own mindset, old beliefs. It's time for change. Your destiny is at hand. It's time for change. I can't make it up. It's time for change. Your destiny is at hand. That cycle is complete. That old you is over. We getting some fresh new energy. And I feel like the spirit is moving you forward. It's moving you forward quickly. Spontaneous. We see Emperor. So either you came to balance with your whole self, your masculine and your feminine, or you just coming to wholeness with you, trusting your highest self, letting it guide you, being isolated and allowing the spirit to work things through, healing you, showing you that you good just with you. You a movement all by yourself, but with you, you make me better. Come on, man. I'm talking about standing on business and standing your ground. It doesn't let all that respect my gangster, okay? Because see, it'll make all the bullshit fall away from you. Oh yeah, you tell a person no, and you stand on that and make them respect your gangster with it? Huh? Oh, I'm not relenting. You're not getting past this block. I wouldn't care how you see it. It's just not going to happen. But at the end of the day, that right there teaches a person how to handle you, because you have shown that this is how I'm going to be handled, boo. And if you can't respect that, then you can get the fuck on, and that's just that. Queen of Swords energy. If you can't respect that, then you can get the fuck on, and that's just that. Like, and it ain't no ill will. It's not. Because it's something out there for you, just like it's something out there for me. It's just not me. I'm not that thing for thee, and that's just it. Anything else in here, beloved, say no. Temperance angel, have patience. Have patience. Come to balance. Balance in your light and your dark, beloved. All of it. Let's take a sip. Yeah, that tastes good, don't it, beloved? And we wouldn't be able to have it tasted if we didn't have the sensation to taste, that sense. Yeah, that's one of the 8 wonders of the world. Like, we can't do that without this God body and the spirit that animates it. I'm just saying. This one. We see what is good for us, being in service to others, and to do your work. Do your work. Stir up the situation. It says, be open to new ideas about you. Be open to new ideas. I feel like, you have gone through an ego death, an identity theft. Understanding who you are when you are by yourself. Your dreams. Being a part of something overwhelming. We see Pisces. Somebody could be a Pisces. Future person could be a Pisces. Your idealization of the perfect mate. I'm hearing the person that's good for you. And then Pisces to me represents the 2 fish, the yin and the yang, that's balanced. Ooh. Intuition. Intuition to protect you. Again, does the spirit guide you? Let the spirit guide you. Intuition. We see attitudes from the past. We see Cancer. So we have 2 water signs, water energy. We do see water energy and earth energy. We see fire sign energy as well. Having a drive. That to me is fire sign. Drive, action, King of Wands type of energy. Confronting something, maybe confronting yourself, confronting how you feel when you're alone, beloved. Or do you feel like you're hung up on something? Mars is a planet, I feel like, of war. You could have gone through a battle. It talks about those tower moments, you know what I mean? Going through a battle. confrontation. And I'm feeling confrontation with self. Like being forced to be put in a situation where you have to deal with you. Being put in isolation. When the Most High God forces us into isolation, it is developing us. And we have to consider our own mistakes. Consider, I hear boundary breaks. Like, did you always stand on what you knew was best for you? Or did you allow people to come in and, I hear, disrespect you? I've been there, where there were boundary breaks, things that I knew were just not okay, and I justified them away. Oh, it was, they didn't admit it, that they were lying. Or I have a thing about getting too close within X amount of time. That's my boundary. I need to know you a little bit better before we get intimate. I wouldn't know, think like a man type ish, but it was some boundaries to this. Like, we need to spend a certain amount of time. We need to have some talk time. We need to have some FaceTime. And we need to do a lot of that away from your house. I'm not Netflixing and chilling. You're not coming over to my place. We're not doing none of that. Can we be outside? Can we, get to know each other face to face? It's something about conversations and not just text messages. It's about putting that time and that effort and investing. Seven of Pentacles. Those are my boundaries. And if you can't do that, then you're not the person for me. You know what I mean? It's like those things. Do you allow a person to come in and press up against those boundaries where you find out that, oh, this one fell away. Oh, you gave them grace on this one and they didn't meet that standard. And now we're seeing it in other places. Whether it's honesty, whether it's ethics, whether it's accountability, commitment, diligence, standing on their own business. And before you know it, you've broken how many boundaries, and they just kind of run amok. And everything that you stand on is just over there, like, to what? And you're trying to figure out, how the hell did I get here? Knowing that this whole thing don't align. It just don't. The foundation is false. The Most High God tore that shit down. Said, oh no. And you had to relearn the lesson. Respect my gangster when I'm standing on business. And that's just it, period. And if you can't respect it, I don't know what to tell you. Maturity. Maturity that brings what? Saturn. What does maturity bring? We see caution. Caution regarding what? What you stand on. How a person treats you based on how you allow yourself to be treated. How you treat you. How do you treat you when you're alone, beloved? How do you experience self when you're by yourself? Are you whole? Are you complete? Are you good, loving on you? Are you a movement all by yourself? Or do you feel like something's missing? You need to have another person to make thee feel whole and complete. Because there's a hole there. There's a gap. See, to have completeness, we must first be complete. It's really not the thing of this whole 50-50. That shit may work on bills, but not spiritually. Not when it comes to relating with another person. Because, see, I have to be whole within self in order to call in another whole and healed person. And when we come together, we exponentiate each other. We magnify. I'm not a half a person looking for a half a person and then half of us come to make a half of a couple. No. What they call 150-50. No. This is 100. I'm full. I'm whole. I'm complete. Complete means 100%. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. I call in that. I radiate that energy. I emit it. And anything that doesn't align to that is repelled. My electromagnetic field is so strong that it's a repellent. Because you're not getting past the fact that I stand on business and I meant it. period. Point blank, period. By making the right connections. The idea in question. Get your ideas going. That's how we make the right connections. By making the right connections. Spiritual connections within self. You connect to your highest self, to the Most High God, the source of you, breathing, that would make animates the God body. I mean, your spirit, the life force, the holy chi. You talking about chi, you talking about Zen. I heard Tina Nam Yo Ho Renge Kyo. It's about getting to good, getting to balance. I'm talking about she had, I mean, that shit pushed Ike ass up out of there. Like, he can't stand it. A person that's not good for you can't stand in your peace. They can't stand in your light, beloved. You gonna irritate the shit out they demons just because you have tapped into your highest self, your spirit. It's going to irritate their spirit because their spirit is irritating them. Saying it's chaotic. We don't match. The resonance is just off, beloved. It's off balance. And eventually that tower moment is going to hit. You have all this friction. That friction rubbing together does what? It sparks fires. That shit creates electricity. That energy is going to come in and I feel like, zam, just like blow some shit up. It's explosive. What do? These wands, sticks, the staff, you take 2 sticks with that friction and you keep rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it, and that shit get faster and faster and faster and faster, and boom! Fucking smoke turns to fire. That shit will blow the fuck up. It's not harmony. It's not unity. That shit, tower moments, we put up your boundaries. And don't let nobody cross them shit. I'm talking about standing on business. It's certain things that you just, look, it is what it is. And it's up to you to define what it is. And whatever you have defined and what you've decided, the Spirit said that this is a standard, not a preference. Because there's a difference between standards and preferences, okay? Look, preference. They gotta make 6 figures. They gotta be 6'5", and they gotta be tall, dark, and handsome, and they gotta be, she gotta be 24, 36, 38, or whatever the case may be. She gotta be 5'4", and she gotta wear a size 4, and she gotta be, those are preferences. Standards. That character currency, we're talking about, they need to be honest. They need to be forthright. They need to have some ambition. They need to have a spiritual connection. Healed. How do they talk about their exes? Are they coming in with, my baby mama ain't shit, my baby daddy ain't shit, and I need somebody to help me pay these bills, and I need somebody to help me cook and clean? And negativo. Instant no. See what I'm saying? It's a difference between character currency, standards, and preferences. Because, see, I could build with somebody as long as you got ethics, a work ethic, discipline, a spiritual connection, like your head is on right. We could get the coin because that's just a product of everything that's in the spirit. What does your spirit do? Okay? Do you let your spirit guide you? Do you honor the Holy Spirit that animates you? Or do you wake up every day trying to justify and applying any excuse? Just saying, beloved. Chakras. Highest self. Which one first? This one. All right. We see destiny. We see that light and that dark. We see expansion. One to fly out. Expansion. Expansion is here. And again, I feel that coming from the spirit. Look at that energy. And where is it emanating from? that yellow, giving me miracles energy, giving me solar plexus, giving me prayer, giving me despondence, speaking in the spirit, joy. We see the energy of workaholic, overworking. We already saw it. We manifest from a place of joy. Falling away of relationships can be bittersweet. Mysticism. We see, I feel third eye. I feel intuition. I feel you being covered and cloaked, beloved. We see victimized, turned over. We see service. We see discovery. What's this? Workaholic again. Somebody's thoughts is overworking. I feel like you didn't want anything else. Is there energy? Dissipating. Somebody could be watching you. Somebody could be watching life pass them by. It could be at least, I see 3 picture frames. You know, somebody could feel stuck, you know what I mean, in terms of moving forward and how they are going to expand. Others could be curious in how you did it. We see self-worth and we see grief. Grief could impact that. Insecurity is here, and impartiality, having an unbiased mindset. You know, seeing the good in all things. It's neither good nor bad. It just is. It's what needed to happen to bring you to bring you to a certain place, a quest. It was a part of the journey, or to help you complete your journey or move to the next stage in your journey in order to expand you, right? The mystery of what happened could be because you weren't moving with the chariot, right? You could have been sitting in a place and you were feeling unfulfilled, and the spirit needed to move you, and it did it in a mysterious and miraculous type of way for you to grow. Empress, expansion. And I know it's Empress expansion because she's pregnant with the world, beloved. That's Empress energy. Needing to give birth to something, needing to evolve, needing to change. And I'm also seeing the spirit of the Most High God. Look at that force, that air that's being blown out. And I always feel the energy of when the Most High God speaks, the same way that we speak. When we speak, we breathe out that air that's moving the words. The word moving on the breath of life to go forth and to create. That thing that you speak out, it shall be, which is why we have to be good stewards. You don't have to do a fuck shit thing. You can do what you want to do. But it would behoove you to think about the words that you are speaking, what we are moving out, what we are breathing out into the ether, what we are calling out. Because that word moves and it manifests. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. For we are to speak out life. What you speak out manifests. What you speak you will eat, beloved. Yes. Confusion, see? A lot of times we are speaking confusion. It could be something to do with your perspective. But we see the 7 of Cups here. Confusion, maturity, making the right decisions. We see that drive, confronting. What actions do you take? You know, mistrust, not allowing the spirit to guide you, but you got put into a position. Somebody could have dreams. And look, we see perseverance through that tower energy. You know, it could be putting you into a place for your dreams to come true, beloved. The things that you the things that you have dreamed of. Expansion, Empress, being able to create anything, the things that you have dreamed of. I'm feeling Bastet energy here. I'm feeling Queen of Wands, Bastet. I'm feeling spiritualist. You could be a person that has a certain type of connection to animals. All things happen in divine timing. I feel like this tower that you needed to persevere through, understanding yourself, who you are in isolation when you are alone with just you, that it was divine timing, that it needed to happen exactly when it happened so that you could develop into the version of you that is going to work towards becoming the highest version of you. Know that help is here. Help in the spirit is with you. You are never alone doing anything. Trust the spirit to guide you, beloved. Trust. And that could be it. The fact that you needed to develop a sense of trust, beloved. Anything else in here, spirit say no. Go with the flow. I feel somebody being rained down like waist deep. Anything else? Yes. Activations. I keep saying gatekeeper, and it says we believe in you. So your ascended ancestors and ascended masters want you to know that you are a gatekeeper and that they believe in you. And maybe you just needed to learn how to believe in you, to have your boundaries, to stand on your business, and to trust the spirit to guide you. Soul time. You have been pulled back for soul time. 4-0 breaks down to 4, which is that 4 of swords, being called and placed in like that hermit position where you are being able, when you're resting, you're being worked on. Your heart is being healed and sewn back together, and you're comforted and you're protected, all while you're in this space. You could be meditating, you could be dreaming, all at the same time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, something to expand you, a whole new reality, a whole new world. It says one that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Trusting your spirit, allowing the spirit to guide you. Your spirit, your soul is eternal. The breath of life is eternal. The life force, the holy chi, the word that moves on the breath is eternal. We integration. Oops. I feel it upside down. May I read it right side up? Thank you. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive, and we saw perception in the higher self. I didn't pull it out, but we called it out. What we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. And we saw harmony on the happiness with this gemstone. Happiness is when you think and what you say and what you do are in harmony. Can you harmonize your light and your dark energy? Can you bring that in? We see a King of Pentacles up underneath here, and we also saw you show up as Queen of Pentacles. See, we see the Temperance Angel, and we see the King of Pentacles. We see somebody that's also loving and emotionally balanced, and we see behind the moon. Either it's not shown, it's not seen, or, you need to do some work in the subconscious to allow this to come in, to remove any blockages, things that would keep you from trusting yourself, things that would keep you from being off balance. I definitely felt like this, so I felt like the spirit was saying off balance. You could be leaning Omega is like that more masculine energy. You need to maybe come into balance with your alpha energy and be put into a space where you can not only trust and you can receive the goodness that's coming into you. Whether it's ideas, whether it is being strong enough to hold your boundaries, you know what I mean? Because just because you're I feel something with boundaries and protecting yourself. I feel something with meditation and breath work. I feel something in terms of improving your electromagnetic field, your bubble of protection around you, your aura, protecting and repairing your aura, restoring it. I feel something with, the ability, like I said, to just trust that, to go with the flow, that what the Most High God gives onto you is good and you can trust it, and to be okay with self, beloved. Like, I am good. Again, I'm a movement by myself. With somebody else, with you, it makes me better. But it's not anybody that's coming into me to make me. Like, money doesn't make me. Relationships don't make me. The only relationship that makes me is the relationship with the Most High God and my highest self. Those relationships make me. They stabilize me. I am tethered. I am rooted. I am grounded. I am secure. I'm stable, beloved. And in that, I know that I am complete. I am whole. I can stand on business and say that if you don't vibe and resonate, then you can miss me. It just is what it is. I mean, and it ain't no harm, no foul. It ain't no ill will. I mean, we just don't match, and that's okay, because it's somebody for you and it's somebody for me. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Root chakra, like I said, that's where the magic come from. The fact that I'm rooted, that I'm grounded, I'm secure, I'm confident. And it ain't nothing that anybody could take away from you from that. When you know that you are rooted, my salvation is not even in question. It's not. Where could I go? I'm with the Most High God, and I'm with the Most High God every day, all day. Where can you take me? There's nowhere that I could ever be where the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, is not with me. I am a pixel, a piece of the Most High God itself, made in His image. I am the Word that it called out. It is me, and I have the breath of life, the holy life force, the holy chi, the Holy Spirit that feels and animates this God body. There's nothing that anybody could take away. What else do I need? What? Coming and emitting that energy out and standing on that. You got to come in with that same similar type of, because you can't get, come on, beloved, let's talk about it. They don't want to hear it, they don't. Oh, no, because folks be like, oh, they think that, I know. It ain't no I think. I know. Shit. Change. Divine masculine. You come into that mindset, you calling in your counterpart, beloved. Like I said, it's sacral. That's that kingdom space. That's that having a whole tantric journey. You talking about the crown chakra. You talking about the Most High God. We can't get done. What? Take a sip. Can we take a sip? Omega. Alpha. Creation. The word, the breath. Biddness. Anything else? Let the angels speak. Practice patience, beloved. Practice patience. It takes patience. Listen to feedback. Nothing can make you small unless you allow it. Stand on business. You know who you are, beloved. Can't nobody make you feel small unless you allow it. Take up your whole space. You a pixel, a piece of creation. I mean, like, there's not another one like you, not another. Okay? Like, as unique as your fingerprint, as your light. I mean, called specific by the Most High God. You are a word that the Most High God spoke out, beloved, and you be animated by the breath of life, the life force, the holy chi. Quit playing with it. And you don't let nobody play with you, just period. Coexist. Woo. Show destiny. We on a whole quest. Spend time alone. What does say? Spend time alone. Who are you when you by yourself? All decisions must be made by yourself. Give yourself the time and space to seek the answers within rather than without. You don't have to look without on the outside. No, it's all on the inside, beloved. And if you feel like you've been down, get up. Get up. Write about it. Journal. Own your own power. Empress energy. Own your own power. And know that you are safe, beloved. You are safe. You are safe. You are held within creation, the only begotten. You a piece of the body. There's nowhere you could go. Where could you go? The Most High God is all around us. It is omnipresent. It is present everywhere. It is omnipotent. Its power is in everything. It is in you, beloved. Let nobody tell you nothing different. Coexist when to come back out. Coexist, just flow. I don't need gravity, I just need growth. Oh, when I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I don't never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble. Anyway, y'all. Be as you are without harm to anyone or anything. Appreciate diversity as a part of nature. Variety is the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life. Just float. Change. Anything else in here? Change me. Remember your spark. Can I show this? Remember your spark. You are here for a divine purpose. Remember it or redefine your purpose for yourself. Remember your purpose. You're here for a reason, beloved. You want this? No. Anything else? I feel energy. 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 Garden and the gate. I said you are a gatekeeper. Garden and the gate. What does that say? Gatekeeper. You want something else out of here? Nope. That's it. Garden and the gate. Gatekeeper. You are a gatekeeper. Anything else in here? Yes, I feel it. Equilibrium. Equilibrium. I love equilibrium because it's a down the rabbit hole kind of thing for us, right? So oscillating forces, right? Energetic forces. We have the alpha, we have the omega, and where that energy meets that meeting point, equilibrium, right? It is an equilibrium point. And for me, what has been explained onto us is that is us, that is creation, where everything in existence exists. That force, where the point where the forces meet. Yes. Is that right? Yes. Your energy is rising. Your energy is rising. And that's what we saw. Somebody's being healed. Somebody had been isolated for their own growth and partiality. Probably removing biases, right? A quest so that you can remove biases, so that you can see things from a unbiased standpoint. Balanced, I feel. Maybe even getting into your service, what it is that you are destined to do. There's a hidden message in all of this. A hidden message. We see High Priestess is down here as well. So that's definitely, saying that secrets revealed. There's a hidden message. I'm feeling meditate. Do breath work, and I feel like you will get the download, right? This light coming down. You will get the download. You will see what all of this was. Was it just to reveal another part of you, beloved? Was it to help you come together with some things, balance some things out, balance out your frequency, balance out your resonance so that you can come to harmony, right? You can get a hold of your thoughts, the rumination, the overworking of your thoughts, thinking. Is it to get a hold of your boundaries and how you are allowing people to treat thee, how you care for self by placing boundaries about how other people can handle you? When you put boundaries in place and say that this is my standard, I'm standing on business, you cannot pass this, this is my line in the sand. You are caring for self, you are nurturing self, you are protecting self. And that is not anything to let anybody take that away from you. That's not selfish. For you to put a boundary and say that this is my standard. It's not a preference. It's not something that I will compromise on. No, I can compromise on you being 6'4". You know, I can compromise on that. You could be 5'8", you could be 5'7", but if your spirit is right, your mindset is right, you are honest and ethical, then 6'4" means what? In terms of that preference to a standard, to that character currency. What does your money mean, your physical currency, in terms of character currency? You could have 6 figures or make 6 figures, but if you a person that blows every dime, you still living in a way that will lead you to ruin. That's not discipline. That's not something that says you know how to invest, that you know how to build legacy. So put it in perspective. What does it mean? What does it mean to you? And you discover that when you spend a long time with you. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the Tears and We Tarot show, where you sure enough never know what you're going to get. Hopefully it came together for you and it was edifying, something nourishing for the spirit. Now, you can take what you want, beloved, and you can do what you want with it. These is all just suggestions. We can't tell you to do fuck shit. Just saying, beloved. But it might behoove you to go meditate and listen to your spirit and see what it says to you. I mean, can you trust you when it comes to handling you? Are you afraid to put in those boundaries, thinking that a person might walk away from you? And if they do, then what did you really lose at the end of the day? But you get to decide that for yourself. I love you, though. I do. I love you. I love you just like I love us. Why? Because I love the Alpha and the Omega that made us, that called us to be the infinite intelligence breathing word that is named Lati. I mean, animated in this God body, because without the breath of life, we couldn't do none of this week. I'm just saying. But, anywho, this one's done. To the next now. Ashe.